He has not been found guilty on this. A character letter is me saying David Yontef is a wonderful guy. He's always been on the up and up with me. I've known him for this many years. We've worked together. We've gone out together. I've never seen him do. He gives to charity. That's what a character letter is. It does not state if someone's innocent or guilty. So with that said, once again, I was right. David's going to say what he was right about on this. We know what we're talking about here. Okay. You could take that to the bank, but that's a little backstory as to how the lies started with, but Teresa lies so good. She's such a manipulator. Oh no, because you never went out with us. We asked you, you never went out with us. You're a freaking lie. The girl will lie about everything. Very good at lying. Even though she's dumb, she's a good liar.
Okay, well, you did say that. We said from day one that it was because of Dina, and then everyone else decides to say. Now, a couple of things. I got a lot of things to say here. You've already started David. Very loaded here. First of all, I'm not taking sides either, but I could 100% understand why Caroline wanted. Okay, let me back up. I could understand why
I would
Dina,
back up, David. I would back up.
Let me back up because let me tell you something. Alleged. But guess what? They will find David Yontef over here in the Hamptons in Sag Harbor. So I'm not making any enemies. This is what I got to say here today.
It's alleged.
This is what I got to say. I am not taking sides. I understand why Dina, I don't care if it's a character letter or not. I'm just understanding why Dina would be mad at Caroline. I agree. I could say that again because the woke mob is barking up a storm.
Stay out of it. Don't write any letter.
And I understand
conflict of interest.
It's her husband's brother and it's your sister. It's a hard, but I understand why Dina would be upset. I mean, me too. I would be. I don't care. It's still a letter that is helping get that person out of jail.
I agree.
Maybe. And with Dolores, I could understand why Dina would be like, that's it. You're dead to me. Like, that is it. I do understand. I'm not saying Dolores. I mean, but let me say something else. If you were a very good friend of mine, like it sounds like Tommy and Dolores are, like if you went to jail, I would write a letter. Like I'm loyal to my friends. I've always said this. If my friend was Erica Jane in the real world and she knew, and I would stand by her, Jen Shaw, I would stand by my friends. I will say it.
Me too.
You know, we're going to talk about Kathy Hilton and her slurs. I would say, to me, if you are my friend, I am the Italian way, even though I'm a Jew. I will stand by you. I don't care if you've murdered someone. I don't care if you killed the person. That is how I was raised. If I told my parents right now I am going to jail because I killed somebody, they would stand by me, my family. That's what people do. So they're not good. Listen,
they could be appalled and mortified, but they're your family. They're going to stand by you. They're not going to say, "Oh, David did the right," but they're going to stand by you.
Right. So I understand why, if this Tommy is Dolores' very good friend, why she would do it. And I understand why Dina's like, fuck you. I hate you. I get both sides.
Tough situation.
You did call that. So that's the second thing. You did say it was because of Dina. It has nothing to do with single mingle. There's 1,000.
Ridiculous.
Now so that's the backstory. I mean, now let's go to this thread. I still it's so shocking to me every time. Like, so what possesses Dina? She couldn't hold it back.
She wanted the world to know. She wants the world to know. Like I guess she feels like, first of all, they beat up her husband. She wants the world to know. Clearly, supposedly she never liked Dolores, but she wanted the world to know what she did. That's it. She basically she threw Teresa under the bus too, because Teresa was saying it's because, she was single, and they weren't dates. So in a way, I find that to be funny, but Dina clearly wanted everyone to know. That's the bottom line. They both.
I guess look, Dina could have said this before, but I guess it was just laid out so nicely for her. Because guys, anyone that didn't see this, it's gone. I don't know what Instagram account.
Yeah, she took it down right away.
It's gone.
Took it down.
But so she said, yes, they both did. Right. Someone asked and she said Dolores. But then Teresa responded and said not about that, but about the initial post of like
loyalty.
Dina's my great friend or whatever.
Forever and ever. And loyalty belongs with Dina.
But did she say that? Did she say she didn't use those
Well,
words?
that's what it insinuated, because the top thing was that, and then everyone was saying, oh, it's so nice. Your friendship's so nice and the loyalty. And basically she confirmed what the people were saying. And the way I look at it and the way I see with the engagement party, her loyalty belongs with Dina. I always said her and Dolores were not close. Just like I said, the Gorgas and her relationship were fake. I said that then. It came out now. I'm saying this again. It's not a real friendship. They don't get on the phone, talking, hanging, doing. No.
And listen, it was when they were 14, 17. Some people are, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Like sometimes it's a reason you're both on the Housewives together. Once one of you gets fired, you'll never speak again. Sometimes it's a season. It's like when I was in my 20s, going out every night, getting drunk, being a real slut. You were great for me. Now we've evolved. We're in a different place in our life, right?
David,
like
I'm
so,
in
it's
agreement.
like
I have
it's
some
okay.
of those too. Yeah,
it's a reason, a season. So to me, it's like Dolores and Teresa. Just call it time of death. Just call it. It's okay. Nobody failed. It's fine.
I agree.
Right?
Love that. I'm so in on that. Yes.
Like Dolo is very, very loyal and I've known her forever, but Dolores, it's okay. Like she's changed as a person.
It's okay. It's okay to give it back a little bit. Give it back.
I don't think she will. I mean, it's like
no.
It is, but look at, again, I go back to, how you say what you say. I go back to, I don't care what you say. I don't care. The bottom line is Teresa could have invited one person, two people, or another. You could have invited Dolores only. You could have invited Dina only, or somehow you could have invited both of them.
No, you couldn't, because Dina said no. Absolutely.
Well,
no.
You could say, go fuck yourself. It's my party.
But she's not going to tell Dina that for Dolores.
Scratch.
Her loyalty lied with Dina.
Well, when you invite one person and not, I don't know how.
She invited Dina and not Dolores and made it very clear.
So I don't know, either Dolores doesn't see this clearly because 1 + 1 = 2, or she just, like you say, needs her job. And she's like, it doesn't matter. I've got Teresa's number. I think Dolores has Teresa's number. And she's like,
I do too.
I don't care. I do too. Have to collect my paycheck, and more power to her. I'm not criticizing.
I do too.
But
I think we all have known Teresa for a long time. Teresa's, listen, not wrapped too tight. Not wrapped too tight. Not wrapped too tight, honey.
Now, you know what I have to say though? Forget this.
So it wasn't a mole. The person who told you was telling the truth. Traci was going to film. So we could put that conspiracy theory away.
But before we get there, because I have something else to say about Dina.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the bottom line. Forget this Danielle Cabral and forget these new fucking girls. Okay. Guess what? Go fucking come up with some money and get that Dina over here to be a friend of.
Dina won't come to Jersey, but they can go to Florida and film. It's no big deal. They can do that. Go on vacation to Florida. Go do whatever. I agree with you.
This is what makes no sense. You talk about all this bullshit and
she won't come back to Jersey. She won't. They can't come back.
But somehow find a way to make this is what people want to watch on that damn screen.
I agree.
So go to Florida for an extended period of time or
weekend.
Whatever.
You could go a weekend. You could go on a vacation and get it all filmed.
Especially
go on a vacation like they've been going on.
Especially since or you know what? Honestly, I'm sorry. Let's do something different. Call Dina on the phone once an episode or once every episode. There are ways to have, I'm just saying, tell me, no, they're not going to do that with a stranger, but everybody knows Dina Manzo.
Everybody knows she was on the show.
And as you say, nobody wants to film with Teresa. Well, guess what? They're not getting rid of Teresa. So here you go.
There you go.
Problem solved. They should figure it out and just give Dina some money and just get her, just film her from Florida, wherever.
I agree. I'm in agreement on that.